Newcastle 4, Chelsea 1. A game in which Newcastle showed that despite all their injuries, St. James's Park is more than just a fortress. They did it to Arsenal a little while ago, and now they've done it to Chelsea in emphatic fashion. Hi guys, it's Izzy. I'm back. We are going to be talking about Newcastle and how they are able to put teams away at home easily. Now, we've seen it before when it comes to Newcastle, when they beat PSG 4-1, when they beat Arsenal. When Newcastle have their tails up, they are an extremely tough team to beat and contend with at home. So this game, they welcomed back Isaac, they welcomed back Gordon, and Newcastle are a really good side. And whenever they face another good team, they seem to have the ability to go up an extra gear. Now, the first half was a relatively competitive game. Newcastle took the lead deservedly in the first half against a Chelsea side that had just come off of a 4-all draw against Manchester City. So you know that Chelsea know that they have the ability to go toe-to-toe against some of these top sides at the moment. But the thing is that when you're facing a team such as Newcastle, who are so emotionally driven at home, you have to be able to keep that performance for all of 90 minutes, and they were not able to. The first half was a very, very good back and forth. Newcastle took the lead, and after that, you thought that they were probably going to try and stabilize that, but the free kick that Raheem Sterling, who I didn't know he had that in his locker, was able to convert was a majestic effort on goal. And after that, Newcastle seemed to press on. They had most of the possession. Chelsea decided to hold back a little bit. They wanted to pick their moments, and that is exactly what they've been doing against sides such as Arsenal and your Liverpools and Man Cities. The only difference is that with Newcastle, they were able to give them a quick 1-2 punch when they had the ability to. So first off, the header from Lascelles was a wonderful, wonderful header from across over on the left-hand side, and then immediately after that, you could feel very bad for Thiago Silva because you could tell he was trying not to lose the ball, because I think that the run of Isaac had probably confused him a little bit and he didn't want to give a bad pass. However, he was caught in between two minds and he inadvertently kicked the ball slightly ahead of him, and that easily gave Joe Linton the chance to go ahead and try to convert, which he did with aplomb. And after that, it always was one-way traffic. You couldn't really see Chelsea coming back. Their heads dropped somewhat, and they ended up going down to 10 men. Reece James got his marching orders from two very avoidable transgressions. And the reason why I say so is the first one, obviously, you shouldn't kick the ball anymore because officials are trying to stamp that out of the game. So that was obviously going to be a yellow card. But the second one, I somewhat sympathize with him because I do feel as though just a tiny touch made Gordon go down so easily, and there's no way that should have been a second yellow card with just a slight touch that he had over his shoulder. Either way, he got his marching orders. Those are things that you should know as a pro not to do, because the other side will try and take advantage of it, especially since they know that you are already on a yellow card. And after that, Newcastle, all they had to do was just contain Chelsea. We're starting to see why Chelsea are not where they're supposed to be already, because whenever they face a team that decides to not give up as much possession, they don't know what to do. But in this game, you clearly could tell that they wanted to counterattack Newcastle, which fell flat on its face because Newcastle were able to hold the ball a lot better. That as well, Newcastle also had the rub of the green in the 1-2 punch that they gave Chelsea just after the break. And when you put that together, you see that Chelsea still have a while to go when they try to read and suss out some of these teams and know exactly how to approach them. It's all well and good trying to approach Manchester City with that. It's well and good trying to approach Liverpool or Arsenal, who are strong possession-based teams, and you can pick your moments. But against a team such as Newcastle, who also decided to play a very good counterattacking game whenever they had the ability to, it was not going to work. So more work to do for Pochettino and his charges, because Chelsea, you can see that there are glimmers of the side that we want them to be when they were at their pomp a few years ago. But for right now, I think Pochettino is doing a very good job in stabilizing the team. He's at least trying to stabilize their home form, which was atrocious last season and which was very wanting at the start of this season. So far, so good for Newcastle. They're able to fight through with a lot of the injuries, and some of the games that you've seen them being able to win. This is now Chelsea, this is Manchester United, and this is Arsenal, under such a short period of time with very intense injury issues. You saw the likes of Miley, the young 17-year-old who was able to hold his own in a midfield with seasoned professionals out there. So all the well good for Newcastle. I wouldn't be too downcast if I'm Chelsea, because days like these are still going to happen in the process that they're trying to go to become the Chelsea of old. But that's all I got for right now, guys. What do you think about this? Let me know down in the comments. I've recovered from my cold, so hopefully you'll be hearing a lot more from me. For right now, it's been your boy. Peace.